So what's happening, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at this highly anticipated device from Samsung, launched in India. It's called the Samsung Galaxy Y for young. So targeted at the young audience or the young market of India, the college going kid. This device is special to us because this comes in at a price of only 7,000 rupees. That's right, only 7,000 rupees. This device was announced in August and has been launched in October recently. So this is also known as the S5360, and as you can see on the back here, you have basic specifications, and I'll go about them as I unbox the device. I'm also going to be quickly reviewing this, guys, because a lot of you have been asking me for this device and I don't want to disappoint you guys, so I'm going to be quickly reviewing this as I unbox this with my trusty throwing knife. So here I go. Quick seal cut. So the MRP on this is 7,830 rupees. You should be able to get it for about 7,000 in the market. So this is the Samsung Galaxy Y. I'm going to look at that in just a minute. Interesting thing that Samsung always does is includes an SD card along with a SD reader. So you have a micro SD card along with an SD adapter. So full size adapter for the micro SD card. So if you have a laptop, simply put the micro SD in the SD adapter, push it in your laptop, and as easy as that. Going further in, you get a charger, micro USB port. So what that means is that we'll also have a USB cable, so you get an additional charger if you have a laptop. So a USB to micro USB charging data syncing cable, and you have the standard Samsung earphones that we've been looking at. These are fairly decent. They're not too high on bass, but they are fairly decent. They also do have an inline microphone and a push button to talk, and they do have an in-ear style design, but they do not come with additional ear tips for your ear size, so you're limited to whatever comes in the box. And last but not the least, actually this is not the last thing in the box, there are more things. So you have the battery. This is a 1200 milliampere hour battery. And now here, last but not the least, is keys, the software for syncing your device, and a quick start guide, which we don't need to look at. So that's everything from the box, guys. I'm going to quickly throw all of this back in the box and start taking a look at the device. So stay tuned. So I'm not going to be wasting a lot of time here, guys. I'm going to be doing this really quick. So this is the Galaxy Y, fairly slim looking device, very convenient size. As you all know, I love doing that. Texturized back panel, really comfortable to hold. Overall device look and feel is absolutely brilliant. The build quality looks good. It is plastic, but you have this really shiny bezel. It's like a mini Galaxy S. So this is the device. You have a 3-inch capacitive touchscreen display. This is a 240 into 320 pixel display. Not a great resolution, but for 7,000 bucks you can't really complain. It's got a 133 pixel density, so that's PPI 133. On the front over here, you will see your ambient light sensor and the proximity sensor. Thank God for the proximity sensor. You do have the earpiece over here, and this is the touchscreen capacitive LCD display, and you do have 2 touch capacitive buttons, the menu button, the back button, and you have a hardware or a physical home button. On the bottom of the device over here, you will see a tiny hole for the microphone. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll try and get it in focus. So there it is. And you have a small tab to pull out the back cover. We'll get to that in a minute. On the right hand side is the lock, unlock and power button. On the top here is the micro USB port behind the swivelly kind of door, the kind of doors I dislike. But Samsung continues to work with them. They're really irritating to get back in. Anyway. Coming back to this 3.5mm audio jack for hands-free or your favorite earphones. You do have a lanyard connector. I don't know, do you guys still use lanyards? Leave a comment below. You do have a volume rocker, and on the back here you have a fixed focus 2 megapixel camera along with a loudspeaker and the Samsung logo, and like I said before, very interesting back panel over here. Really thin texture, really nice, really shiny silver color. And let's quickly pop out the back panel. The full thing comes off It is completely plastic, so you have the SIM card slot over here, your micro SD card slot over here, and I'm going to quickly put in the battery and fire up the device. So you do get the standard Android setup guide. This device comes with Android 2.3.5. Tap the Android to start. I'm going to just skip all of this. So that I can do this later. Let's just press the home button and see if we can get out of this. Really can't do it. So here it is. It comes with TouchWiz for the Samsung device. Very responsive. It's got an 837 megahertz processor. It's got an 832 megahertz processor. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So on the top here, highly convenient quick launch buttons for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, sound, and auto rotation. And you do have the standard notification panel from Samsung or from Android. You can see it's very responsive. It's not half bad for the price range. I didn't expect it to be so responsive. Absolutely brilliant device. Tap the full menu to go into the full menu. Very responsive device over here, guys. You do have the latest version of Android on this, I believe, so you don't need to fight for tutorials. Android 2.3.5, absolutely brilliant work from Samsung for a device that costs only 7,000 rupees in the marketplace. Great going. So you do have the standard large screen dialer, the TouchWiz dialer, your call logs, your favorites, and your contacts, which you can sync from Gmail directly. You do have dedicated contact and messaging icons, and the standard Google applications. Tap on the home screen to get on Wallpapers. This device does support live wallpapers. There are none installed right now, but it will support live wallpapers, so you can see them running. Connect to Wi-Fi so that I can do all that. I was connecting to Wi-Fi. I just noticed that the keyboard on this is absolutely brilliant. I didn't expect it to be so responsive. I think this is going to be my favorite budget device, guys. So I'm just going to go in here. You can see the full QWERTY keyboard here, and I don't know what Samsung has done here, guys, but the keyboard seems really responsive, and it seems to do some sort of error correction while I'm trying to type. So it's being intuitive instead of just randomly sensing my finger in different keys. You do have an accelerometer as well, so you do get portrait landscape switching. Very seamless, in fact. Seems to be fairly smooth. You do have this numeric option, and you do have dictation in here as well. This is a test of dictation. That didn't seem to work. Anyway, so we're connected to Wi-Fi. I'm going to quickly fire up the browser, guys. Do a quick test of the browser. You know where we're going to go. It's iGyaan.in. Okay, I think I spoke too soon about the keyboard. It's starting to act funny over here. So I should load up the website in mobile mode. What I want to see is scrolling, kinetic scrolling, as well as scrolling on the full website, and see how pinch to zoom works, and if it does load up some flash content as well. So it's loading up the website in mobile mode fairly easily. Now our Wi-Fi router is pretty far away, so I'm quite surprised that it's actually getting a connection over here. Most devices don't. Kinetic scrolling also seems very smooth. You can see here. It does have some sort of jitteriness, but it's fairly smooth if you look at it. I'm going to switch to the full website and see how that looks. I'm going to switch to landscape as well, just to ensure that we can get a better view of the website. Pinching and zooming in seems pretty snappy. Let's load up some images and text. Now I don't know if this is because we're far away from the Wi-Fi router, or if the internet is slow, or if the device is slow, but it seems to be doing a pretty good job of loading up our website. You can see it's scrolling beautifully in the full website as well, and pinching and zooming in is pretty amazing if you look at this. And it shouldn't be a problem for this device to load up flash, since it does have a supported processor. So it does support flash content, so you shouldn't have any problem getting flash running on this. Let's quickly jump into the camera, the 2 megapixel fixed focus camera. I'm not too sure if this is going to do any sorts of good job, but this is the camera application. You do get a very interesting Samsung camera application. Camera, you get your single shot mode, shooting mode, you get your scene modes. You also have brightness settings over here. On the display, the camera seems pretty decent, and you get your resolution settings, white balance settings. You also have some effects over here, your metering mode, image quality, guidelines, and all those features are available. You can also geotag your images. You can also switch from camera to video mode. Again, we don't have the memory card installed in there right now. You can set your resolution. I think this is the maximum resolution that you will get for video, 320 into 240. It's pretty disappointing if you ask us. But then again, this device overall, if you look at everything else from this device, it looks pretty decent, guys. Overall weight of this device is fairly light device. It's 97 grams, including the battery pack. So it's very slim device. Excellent to look at. There's absolutely no weight. Very grippy. You have a really nice capacitive touchscreen, an excellent processor for the price, 835 MHz processor. You'll get flash, you'll get Gingerbread 2.3.5, and you'll get a whole bunch of features. You'll get the Android Marketplace, geotagging, you do have GPS, you do have Bluetooth, you do have Wi-Fi. So excellent device from Samsung, guys. And interesting thing, it does have Wi-Fi B, G and N. No wonder it's been able to catch our Wi-Fi networks all the way over here. It does have a Wi-Fi N chipset. So for 7,000 bucks, guys, highly recommended device. I'm going to be testing this in depth and coming back with a full review for you guys. So stay tuned for the full review, guys. I'm going to be putting up some video samples. Not that they're going to be any great with the 320-240 resolution, but I'll put up some video sample for you guys anyway. I'm going to have some sample images as well as the full review coming up for you guys very soon. I'm going to get it done very soon for you guys. So stay tuned for that. For more unboxing videos, reviews and tutorials, log on to iGyaan.in. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, guys. It supports us, so just subscribe to our channel. You will help us a lot in bringing you more reviews. So if you subscribe, go ahead and click the subscribe button above the video. Simply click on the channel name on the video right now. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/iGyaan and youtube.com/iGyaanTV. If you have any comments or feedback, leave those in the comment section below. If you have any questions or queries, you can log on to our forums at iGyaanforum.com. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter and on Google+. The links to those are in the description below. I'll be coming out with a full review, and the Galaxy R is coming up next. So stay tuned for that, guys. For iGyaan.in, checking out the latest devices for you guys. Bharat, I'll see you guys soon.